You may be wondering what sort of precautions you should take because of the air quality. So our Trent Croce spoke to experts and organizations about it, how they're handling it all. Trent, what are you hearing?
Well, Dan, while the backdrop of downtown Toledo may look a lot different than those hazy yellow images we saw of New York earlier, the physicians I spoke with say that the air quality here is still something to look out for, especially if you're in those high-risk groups.
Certainly over the last couple of days, we've seen an increase in the number of people coming in for respiratory type complaints.
Dr. Justin Polich says this has been the case at ProMedica as poor air conditions carry throughout Canada and now the U.S. According to Air Now, air quality values sprawl from 0 being good all the way up to 300 being hazardous. Toledo's at 77, which is moderate, with the air being a risk for highly sensitive people.
If you can tell the difference between being inside and outside, obviously inside would probably be preferred, particularly if you have known lung disease such as asthma, COPD, conditions like that.
Dr. Polich says if you are a high-risk individual, some of the symptoms you may face are shortness of breath, coughing, sneezing, sore throat, chest pains, or burning eyes. He says masks won't provide enough protection and to avoid going outside altogether if you are that high risk.
Unless you're wearing a really tight-fitting mask that's properly fitted, etc., wearing just a standard hospital mask is probably not going to be enough to prevent the particles from coming around it.
Sylvania School's summer program still went on today regardless. Principal Stephen Swaggerty says this is the first time anything has ever happened like this. So they sent an email to students and parents before they hit the golf course.
To talk to the kids about taking breaks if they felt it was necessary. If they have an inhaler that's prescribed, make sure they bring that. There's an indoor clubhouse at the golf course where we were today, so kids could stop and use that if they needed to.
And those over at Camp Mayaconda were preparing their Boy Scouts for leadership in the outside world while being outside in their already dusty environment.
The dust is just so bad that being out here, it really messes with the sinuses, and with a lot of yelling already, the throats get really bad. So we've moved a lot of our presentations indoors where we have better air quality and we're not breathing in all that dust.
And Dr. Polich does say if you are asthmatic or require an inhaler to bring that around with you in more places than normal. And then also that if you are experiencing any symptoms or have any questions to reach out to your physician. Reporting in East Toledo, Trent Croce, WTOL 11.